I'm gonna do my best at this, but I can't make any promises. I'm Jessica, by the way. I knew that guy. Oh, captain, my teacher, my mentor, my friend. How to begin writing this homage? It's strange to write this and speak to all of you when really my heart is in a deep pen pal conversation with Fish. The love letter I hope he can hear. I know that each of us here have the most binding and beautiful thing in common. In its authenticity, we all have our own story about Mr. Fisher that is tucked into the teacher that saved my life file. That's why many of us are here, because Fish held a space for us like any other. And that space was so big that they had to give him a giant auditorium at the edge of school with great acoustics, just to keep that loud leather pants wearing Peace Corps liberal thinking free your mind kind of guy out of sight. I mean, Fisher really got the biggest room in the house. And we were invited there, an open invitation to those who dared to step up into that home. There was at least 80 feet from me at the door to that wild man beckoning me to get closer to the stage. It was a breath of fresh air, scary but humane in our sheltered town. When you walked into those doors, every stigma of your place in high school melted away. Be it jock, freak, weirdo, prima donna, popular, whatever. When you got on stage, he zip, zap, zopped us right out of our ego. And that's what the beauty of theater does. It allows you to become a new story, to unbutton yourself long enough to be free of the story you wrote about who you think you are, to connect with walks of life that you may have never taken the time for, because it's safe to let go here. I think this was his greatest legacy. He provided a true safe place for us to be free and redesign ourselves outside of our social norm, and he pushed us to do it, to live outside of our box. On the day of the shooting, I was outside of the cafeteria. As most of you remember, it was pure chaos and we all ran. I ran to the auditorium and I hid in the bathroom, the safest place for me. After that time, several of us were involved in a play by William Master Simone, written for us particularly, called Bang Bang You're Dead. Fish knew each of our characters immediately. The school board agreed it was inappropriate and too soon to perform the play at Thurston without even taking the time to read the script and its massively healing impact on school shooting. It's okay, it was a very sensitive time. But our captain knew its importance. Fish found us a spot in Eugene to perform, and we eventually showcased at the Holt Center and then went on to the state acting competition. I'm not sure how many of you have seen the play, but there's a part in the end where we, as the deceased characters, all speak of the little and huge things we missed about being alive. We rehearsed those lines over and over, but when it came to performance, I know that I and you, who shared that special place and experience, cried real tears on stage. It was more than acting, and Fish knew that. It was therapy. He also knew we needed it as much as he did. He was so proud of us. Having Fisher be proud of you was like shining in the sun, and it made every time he maniacally screamed at you to dig deeper worth it. I shared an incredible couple of email exchanges with him over the last few years, and sacredly, our last interaction was a month ago. This is a new kind of loss. I'd be writing for days if I described every time Fisher saw me as an authentic human and helped me grow and went out of his way to show me my worth. This man is one of the closest men in my life, and it's no embellishment to say he was like a father to us. I wrote him recently after showing my fiance Dead Poets Society for the first time. I kept trying to say how Fish was my Robin Williams, my captain. I told him in a letter how much he meant to me and how he changed my life in so many ways. His response was incredible, and I'll cherish it. The last thing he ever said to me was, I hope we meet again soon, maybe over some poetry. Oh, Captain, my captain, you changed my world in so many ways. I will carry your wild flame with me forever. I love you, lattes on me, and may heaven's gates be blasting rush.